Your party is a proponent of the TPP, is that correct? Okay. So Obama is coming in a couple days, and he'll be discussing the TPP with Abe. But critics of the TPP accuse the agreement of having too much power. For example, it would allow multinational corporations to sue governments in a private international tribunal that could overturn environmental, labor, and any other laws that limit profit, awarding taxpayer-funded damages in the multi-millions. So what is your response to this?
Okay. Thank you. It's a good question. I think the mechanism whereby the investors could sue the government could work as a favor for Japanese investment outside as well. From what I understand is that if there is no difference in terms of regulation vis-a-vis foreign direct investment and domestic investments, then it is okay. I think the only term that investors could go to private tribunal is when there is a difference in the treatment of foreign direct investments with the domestic investments. And this mechanism, I think, would particularly work well with a country that has more government-owned entities. And in case of TPP, Vietnam is part of the members that is likely to sign. And as you know, Vietnam has much more government-owned entities compared to Japan. And if this TPP norm becomes the norm in our de facto standard in the Pacific, that means if China wants to join later on, they would also have to go by the rules. And obviously, China and Vietnam are the two countries that have most government-owned entities. I would say Malaysia also has many government-owned companies. But anyways, so to answer your question, it could be a good sign for our investment outside to those countries that have signed this, that is going to sign a TPP agreement. Having said that, the next question is whether the Japanese companies are ready to go to either private tribunal or foreign courts to protect their investments. I know there are only one or two cases where Japan has signed an investment treaty where the Japanese companies could go to international private tribunal. I think there's only one incident that they have went to international tribunal. So even though the funds that we have going out of Japan is unfortunately much bigger currently than direct investments into Japan, Japanese investors may not use this mechanism, but that's up to the private sector.
If I may follow up myself with another TPP-related question, I believe I read in the newspapers yesterday that the Democratic Party of Japan is considering some sort of legislative action because they feel the government is not providing the Diet with any information about what's actually in the TPP agreement. Do you share their discontent, or do you feel it's natural that the government needs that secrecy to continue its negotiations?
Well, I believe that the negotiations is going on, so I don't think the government should reveal all of the what's going on. And also, you would have to take into account that at the end of the day, when the negotiation is done, this treaty has to be signed and approved by both houses, and particularly House of Representatives. Otherwise, it won't come into effect. And therefore, the discussion in the Diet should happen afterwards. And we should give the government free hand of negotiation, and the negotiations should be kept for secret.